Hey everybody, a lot of people insist that the New Testament identifies Jesus as God for three main reasons. One, Jesus possesses the divine name and certain divine titles. Two, Jesus does what only God is supposed to be able to do. And three, Jesus receives worship, which is what only God is supposed to be able to receive. None of these things by themselves or in combination are entirely unique to Jesus. These are concepts that are being borrowed from existing Greco-Roman period Jewish traditions regarding intermediatory figures who do the exact same things. And it goes back to the angel of the Lord, who is interpolated into some early biblical narratives that originally described God interacting directly with humanity, but somebody along the way wrote in the word malach, angel, to create the malach Adonai, the angel of the Lord, who is conflated with God themselves. So in Exodus 3, for instance, Moses has an angel of the Lord appear to him, but that angel in verse 6 says, I am the God of your father. Far more explicit an identification as God than anything we see in the New Testament. But that angel is distinct from God and is not God. And Exodus 23, verses 20 and 21, provides an explanation for how the angel can say this. God tells the Israelites that they're sending an angel before them, and the angel has authority over the forgiveness of sins. And God explains why. My name is in him. The idea is that the angel is the authorized bearer or possessor of the divine name and can therefore identify with God's name and can do what only God is supposed to be able to do. And this is elaborated on within Greco-Roman period Judaism. We have other figures who do similar things. The Son of Man, for instance. Because of a mistranslation into Greek in Daniel 7, you have the Son of Man who comes as the Ancient of Days, who is identified with the Ancient of Days. And in the Enochic literature, the Son of Man receives worship and is also named with the name before the creation of the earth. We have Yahoel, the angel, whose name means Adonai is God, who tells Abraham that they're able to do what only God is supposed to be able to do because God has put their names together in them. We have Metatron in later Enochic literature, who is described as the little Adonai. They have God's name. And there's even a Talmudic text, B. Sanhedrin 38b, in paragraph 19. This heretic comes to a rabbi and says, what's up with this passage? God says to Moses, come up to Adonai. Shouldn't that say, come up to me? And the rabbi says, well, no, that's not Adonai. That's Metatron, who has Adonai's name. Why? He quotes Exodus 23, 20 to 21. So this idea that you could have an authorized bearer or possessor of the divine name who can deploy the name, who can identify with the name, who can do what only God is supposed to be able to do, who can receive worship, that already existed within Greco-Roman period Judaism, and all those traditions are consolidated within the figure of Jesus. And it's only after the completion of the New Testament that apologists needed to come up with a philosophically defensible framework for this to make the gospel more palatable to the Greco-Roman world, that this idea of the Trinity slowly developed between the 2nd and the 5th centuries CE.